Good morning, BHD here again. Um, I'm going to actually touch on a subject which is quite volatile at the moment, and that is the coup in Myanmar. Um, now, I mean, you can watch all sorts of TV programs and all that, blah, 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 but here's I've done my research, uh, but it's not, I'm not going to say I'm telling the 100%. But what I'm going to give you is a sort of an attitude from somebody who believes in people. So Myanmar, there's been a very, ever since their independence, I think in 1949, the military have been the basic rulers. Now, more recently, they've allowed a little bit of democracy. However, they've still kept very strong ties. So the lady, I can't pronounce her name, so I'm not going to try. So she was not able to actually make any real changes, and it kind of culminated in the fact that she kind of supported the genocide of the Rohingyas. I may have pronounced that wrong, so I do apologise. So anyway, they had an election. She got a landslide majority. I mean, absolute landslide. External observers said, "Yep, this is fine," and the military basically went, "Oh well, no, it's not the result we wanted. We want to win." So they basically staged a coup. So what you now have is an unelected military. I wouldn't say government. I'd say a military dictatorship, who are trying to justify their actions by saying that they believe that the previous elections were null and void. They've now killed, I think, over 500 of their own people. I mean, their own people. I mean, that has to send shockwaves through, a country. So at the moment, the civilian population have resisted. That they protested every single day, but they are taking casualties. The international response is, "Oh no, you should not do that. Oh no, that's terrible. Oh no, what are you doing? You should stop it." And so far, it's like, do you know what? I tell you what it's like. It's like when I was a kid and my sister took something from me, which she had a tendency to do, and I would be like, "Oh no, mother, my sister has taken something from me." Nothing happens. Nobody gives a shit from that level. If I then go to smack my sister, my mother intervenes. Then she cares. Now, obviously, I don't smack my sister, but it actually gets my mother's attention. So I remember my sister stole my... I know, it's terrible. My soldiers. Ironic. My sisters... I used to have these little collections of soldiers. And my sister basically stole them. Probably because I'd done something bad as well. And rather than go and beat her up, because that would be wrong, I went, "Mother, my sisters have stolen my soldiers." And she was like, "Oh, well, don't worry. Talk to them and get them back." Talking did nothing. When I eventually had my sister in a headlock, my mother's like going, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" "Well, I want my soldiers back." "Well, we can organise this." It's the same thing. Somebody has to go into Myanmar. Somebody, I mean, it's going to have to be a revolution. It's like there is no one country prepared to put soldiers on the ground. This is a country that used to have a terrible, horrible democracy, but at least it was a semblance of democracy, who are now under the foot of a military coup, who have no justification to be there, and they need help. But what do? "Oh, I really hope that things in Myanmar sort themselves out." Go in there, take some fucking tanks, kill a lot of the military, then we can negotiate. I mean, I'm sorry, but I do like to talk. But in this case, they have already set their standout. This is no good.